People fighting for their lives beneath the rubble after Turkey's earthquakes had three allies: water, air, and their ability to communicate with the outside world. And they had one enemy: time. This 17-year-old survived 4 days under the ruins of his home. Luckily, he was not severely injured.
I got a blanket for myself so I wouldn't get cold. I drank my urine to survive. I ate some pieces of the flowers that my mother grew. My feet were freezing, so I found some clothes.
Adnan Muhammed Korkut couldn't find his phone at first, but then his morning alarm went off.
I took my telephone in my hand. It couldn't get a signal. I struggled through the rubble to get a signal. I set my alarm to go off every 25 minutes so that help would hear and come, and so I wouldn't go to sleep. On the second day, the charge ran out.
But chances of rescuers finding anyone alive drop significantly after the first day. And even if they get out alive, they may die later.
When we think about mortality in earthquakes, there's a certain segment of people that will die right away. So these are the people that have really traumatic, irreversible injuries of both of the head and neck, let's say. Then your next peak is people who have who will die if you don't get to them within the first 24 hours, let's say. So people who have internal bleeding or chest injuries or these sorts of things. But I think the other thing is that a lot of the morbidity, the mortalities also comes later because it comes from sepsis and organ failure. So it's not even in the first 24 hours of when you pull somebody out of the rubble. It can come in days and weeks. To survive long term, so let's say over a week or 10 days or something like that, you need mainly access to two things: air and some sort of water source. So we say people can survive without water intake maybe for about 3 to 5 days or so. And it also helps if you're younger and healthier and you don't sustain any major injuries.
Thousands of survivors of the earthquakes have a difficult road ahead, rebuilding their lives and learning to deal with wounds both physical and mental. They will need all the allies they can get. Wilson Dizard, TRT World.